Hey, how you doing, folks? It's Rich Guz, and you're at Hard Knock News. Hey, guys, happy Friday. I hope everyone had a great week, and I hope you're about to have a great weekend. Go Chiefs. Randy, I'm going Chiefs because of you, buddy. Um, all right, guys, let's get down to business. Before business, I want to let you guys know I'm doing well. I got some things going on because of the radiation, where it's like, with my mouth, but I'm doing fine. And I can't thank you all enough for all your support and prayers. So, really, man, you guys have just been one awesome group of people, and I really appreciate all those prayers and all that support. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. Um, so, let's start here. You all know I'm a Trump supporter. Um, and if you're not, hey, that's okay. Listen, we all have our own opinions. And I'm just an average American, hardworking man who just sees so much corruption in our government that I believe Trump is exposing this. Now, this whole impeachment trial is just one big hoax. Um, I think at this point, even people that don't like Trump have to admit that the Democrats have they're coming up with stuff that just doesn't make any sense. First off, about all this witnesses and stuff like that, like it's an unfair trial. Uh, when do we ever not have witnesses in a trial? Well, the trial was had. The thing with the impeachment, it's a political thing. It's not an actual trial, but it's all political. And the witnesses, there are 18 of them. They only wanted to come up with 17 witnesses, guys. And the witness part of the whole trial, or whatever you want to call it, takes part in the Congress. Congress has the sole right for impeachment. The Senate then hears what the Congress had come up with, and then the Senate makes the trial to move forward with it or to acquit. Um, Now, you heard me say there are 18 witnesses. You only hear about 17. The 18th witness, Shifty Shift is trying to bury. That's because it's the Inspector General from the intelligence agency. And in that report that the Inspector General gave, um, part of his testimony in this whole thing, he talks about the whistleblower. And the whistleblower and Shift, they know each other. Shift tries to act like he doesn't know anything and he's never met him and his staff has nothing to do with him. But that's one big fat lie. This was all prearranged. They've met, they've talked, they've coached each other. So he's trying to bury that, and he doesn't want the American public to know about that, because if that comes out and everybody knows about it, he then gets exposed for real as being a total liar, especially with how he's opened up his mouth about, I don't know a thing about the whistleblower, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So there are 18 witnesses, and the Senate does not call witnesses. All the Senate can do, they talk about the Clinton standard, okay? Now, the Clinton standard, what happened was they're able to call the witnesses that they called during the Congress part of the impeachment, okay? So if they do want to hear from witnesses, they can hear from any of those 18 witnesses or the 17 that are actually being brought forth, and listen to their testimony again in the Senate. Okay, new witnesses have never been brought into the Senate impeachment process. You can go back and check your history. That's never been done. That's why there's a big thing about not putting new witnesses in here. That's not how the ball rolls. That's not how things go. But guys, the one thing I got to let you all know is I know a lot of you are upset and very pissed off like I am. And, there are things that each and every one of you can do. A, pick up your phone and make phone calls to those weak Republicans. Mittens Romney, Susan Collins, Burkowski in Alaska. I forgot the other one's name. Make a phone call, voice your opinion. Yeah, it's a recorded line, but hey, you're calling that senator's recorded line. Someone's going to listen to it. And if there's enough people on there saying, look, there's people upset that you're doing this, and you better not go and vote that way, I'm sure that's got to play into their minds. So, get active. Get involved, okay? Call your senator, call your congressman, voice your opinion. This is America. These people work for you, okay? These people go to Washington D.C. after sucking up to you and telling that telling you and promising you the world. Once they get in, they basically think they rule over you, okay? These people do not rule over me or you. These people are there to serve us, and they're supposed to listen to us. They're supposed to listen to the districts that they come from, and they're supposed to obey the law according to what our Constitution and Bill of Rights states. Okay, far too long. I mean, the Democrats love to push in your face the Constitution, the Constitution. Okay, they love to use that when it's for them. Okay, but all along, folks, for the last 3 years, all they've been doing is bashing the Constitution and making the founders look like they're racist slave owners and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, it's the Democrats that are just muddying up everything here, and establishment Republicans as well. And look, this whole thing in Ukraine, guys, all you got to do is follow the money, okay? If you follow the money and you get detailed enough with following that money, you're going to see there's a lot of people that have been using Ukraine as one big fat cow, money cow. And, it's not just Biden and his son. It's not just John Kerry and his son, although John Kerry's son was a little bit smarter and got himself well far away enough as, he saw the writing on the wall, and he could see that things just didn't really, seem, he couldn't go and put his dad under that much pressure. Okay, the Bidens are very corrupt, yes. Okay, but there's talk about Mitt Romney having some connections over there in Ukraine. A lot of these people that are crying the loudest, they all have their own little cash cow coming out of Ukraine, folks. Ukraine is one of the most corrupt countries in the world, at least it used to be. President Trump has every right to investigate corruption with our politicians. And, why no one's being investigated right now is blowing my mind, okay? There should be federal prosecutors looking into this. And there should be, and maybe there is. I could be wrong, guys. I very well could be wrong. I mean, A.G. Barr in Durham, we haven't heard much from him. That upsets me a little bit too. But there could be a lot going on behind the scenes that we do not know about. I know a lot of you probably follow this Q stuff. I personally, I'm on the fence about Q, guys. I think it's all just one big false operation to basically. Make you think that so much is going on and get your mind to think over here instead of over there. And I don't know, folks. I'm not sure in how I feel about the Q stuff. Okay, so I'm not a big Q follower. I'm not into all that stuff. But in my heart, I do believe behind the scenes there's some stuff going on. But get involved, folks. Okay, and in less than a year, we have the presidential elections going on, and we have a lot of big Senate races and a lot of big congressional races. Now, by getting involved, that means you have to get out and vote, folks. If you've never gone and vote, then I suggest you go and register. And when you do go and vote, I suggest that each and every one of you should bring a carload of friends, of family, or a combination of the both. You should fill up your car and go to the voting polls together. Don't just go alone. Coordinate with your family and friends. Make sure they're voting. Make sure they're doing the right thing. Folks, America cannot go to communism. America cannot fall to these corrupt socialist politicians, elite bureaucrats, and these totally corrupt media elites. I mean, it's totally to the point, folks, where it's all being exposed. It's all out there for you to see. They spin it every day and every night on mainstream media. Even Fox News is more, is a lot of fake shit on there. I mean, look at Hannity. When Hannity brought out the whole Seth Rich stuff, okay, it got shut down quicker than you can blink an eye. And, as much as I like to watch Hannity and as much as he is, telling more truth than most other stations out there, there's a lot of things that he just won't talk about, and it's because he doesn't have the permission to talk about it. So, folks, do your part. It's vital that you get involved. I know it's hard when you're working. Hey, look, I put in 55, 60 hours a week, but I'm making sure I get involved. And our country depends on it. There's a lot of people that paid the ultimate sacrifice for this country. A lot of people that are walking around with no legs, no limbs, okay? These people deserve that we do the right thing, okay? Our right is to vote. As much as you may not think your vote counts, I truly believe that if enough people, and I mean, wholeheartedly, I really believe this. If we win by a landslide, and I'm talking, there's no way to hide it, then your vote's going to count, okay? But if not enough of you guys show up and it's a close race, that's when cheating comes into play. That's when all the dead people and all that stuff that shouldn't be voting. That's when the Democrats and these establishment Republicans will start using the old voter rolls, and people that have moved out of state and stuff like that. They will start using that kind of stuff to push their vote, to push themselves over the top to win an election. Okay, we know our elections are corrupt. Let's hope and pray that there are some new rules put into place this coming elections, so that it's a little bit more honest. Look, folks, our system's the only system we have. I know it's messed up. I know there should be a better way. I know Democrats and Republicans, it was put there for us to be divided. And look, I know all that, okay? You know all that. But we got to go with what we have, okay? We can't sit there and complain about this, that, and the other thing when our country's at stake. So, that's my little rant for today. I'm sorry if I pissed anyone off. I don't mean to piss any of you people off. I'm a firm believer in President Trump, and I see the exposure going on with all these corrupt politicians, and it truly is frustrating me. I love this country. I truly love America. If you put your mind to it, you could do anything you want in this country. If you don't want to put your mind to it, then you're gonna end up nowhere. But you have the opportunity to go as far as you want in life in this country, and it's all up to you. Okay, so with that, I want to say have a great weekend, and again, I'm going with Kansas City because of Forever Freedom, man. I love you, Randy. You and your wife have been an awesome, just an awesome means of support for me, and you've picked up the phone when I really needed to talk to someone, when I was really having a tough time during my radiation treatments. A lot of you people have been there for me, and a lot of you people have been complaining that I'm not making videos anymore. Well, here I am. I'm gonna try to do more. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up, and we'll go from there. But I'd like to hear your comments on everything. What do you think? Oh, also, Rudy Giuliani does have his own YouTube channel, and he's putting out the story of all the corruption, and he's showing you documentation and everything else. I forgot the actual name of the channel, but I'm sure you can find it. It's on YouTube. Do like a Rudy Giuliani YouTube search, and you'll come up with it. You'll see it. And subscribe to his channel and pay attention to what Rudy's got to say. This man is indeed a patriot, and if it wasn't for a lot of the things that he's uncovering, we'd have no idea how corrupt these politicians truly are. All right, guys, go KC! Who?